having a strange kind of evening. Anyway, I think you are keeping a lot of your thoughts and ideas that you're maybe exploring to yourself. I get sort of the impression that you feel like people won't understand, or you just feel like you don't really have anybody to talk to about it. I also think that you're trying to sort of speed up a process that can't be sped up. Now, this isn't going to really harm nor benefit you. Just know that you can't make the situation move any quicker. You know, there is something here that's sort of unseen ahead of you that would entail, you know, conflict or injustice in some way. I do want to say that it doesn't feel like anything like life altering. It's not like this like major thing that's gonna fuck your shit up. It's like an argument or something, or even just like a communication gone wrong. I think we're in retrograde right now. You know, it kind of looks like ultimately you just sort of ignore it, and like I almost want to say just like, you know, stuff it deep down inside and move on kind of thing. Because you're very determined with your goals, you know, and that's really your main focus. Yeah, so I would be aware of things ahead of you, though, if you know, well, I mean, like, you know, if that, who the fuck knows? There's always stuff ahead of us, right? I don't know. So I could sit here and tell you to be aware, but chances are it would happen any fucking way, right? But, you know, you're certainly moving on from whatever inspired this, I guess. You're very much, like, in your head, you're going off the beaten path. You're going to be, like, oh, like the weird fucking wandering goat or something. Like, you know, like you're not really trying to stay within the lines here. I think you're very focused on evolving in some way. It's like, and I think that has a lot to do with what you're keeping yourself. Sort of exploring these ideas, maybe spiritually or philosophically or lifestyle or sexuality or anything. It can apply to anything. And that's sort of your own personal world that you don't necessarily feel like you can like open up to with other people. So maybe you're seeking, well, it doesn't really look like you're focused on much else than work right now, to be honest. Although, you know, I do get the sense of you're not content, right? So, one would assume loneliness with this in some way. Yeah, very much like an isolated, just like busy kind of feeling, you know? But, you know, it's like there's some kind of judgment call happening right now. And what I keep getting, you know, and I hate saying shit like this because I don't want to make anybody paranoid. But I get the feeling that there's like something you don't know about. Like, I'm not saying this is the scenario, but it's like, say someone was pissed at you and they were like plotting against you in some way. This is a very dramatic version, but it's the storyline I can think of, and you don't see it coming, like an ambush. It's something like that. Like, if it doesn't have anything to do with people, it could just like be careful, like doing whatever. Again, it doesn't seem like life altering, but it's just like a calamity that's like sort of waiting for you. And, you know, maybe this isn't for you, but I guess calamity is kind of always waiting for us in one way or the other for, you know, as time goes on, right? You know, we all, try to avoid suffering. And you'll notice with the cards, like, they're very up and down. Because life, what is tarot? Not oracle, tarot. Tarot is like a 72 card deck. Or is it 78? I don't know. I'm blanking on that. One of the two, whatever. I don't know why I can't think of that right now. Basically illustrating the human experience, which is very up and down. Peace, conflict, war, love, death, passion, fury, destruction. You know, it can even be like referred to the initiation process, which I'm not going to get into all that, but if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. You know, we go through these cycles. Each suit, you know, there's a cycle. Each season, there's a cycle. Each day. And there's no point in trying to control. Lean into the suffering. Embrace the changes. You know, see it through the eyes of what it truly is. Because, you know, if everything were, we don't have the good without the bad. I know that I wouldn't have nearly as large of a perspective as I do had I not suffered so much in my life. Yeah, it's like something, you know, hurt. But I don't really see it getting the better of you, to be honest. Good God. Like, this spread coming out now is ridiculous. I don't think you'll be suffering for long. I have to be honest. This looks very good. It's like, you know, whatever happened, happened. Something was revealed, dead, painful, whatever. Healing. But ahead of you, there's like, you know, you have the 10 of Cups, Temperance, 8 of Wands, and the Sun. So you find, you know, what this is talking about is like, when we talk about magic or manifestation or, you know, kind of creating the world we want to see, that happens through altering our world within, and then the world without will respond to that. As above, so below. As within, so without. And that's very much what this is talking about. When we begin to heal, and when I say heal, I want to make it clear, I don't look at spirituality or magic or anything like that in the context of like therapy or anything. You know, it's potentially not even necessarily healthy in some ways, to be honest. You know, I'm still debating that myself. But I don't associate it with like, you know, emotional healing, though that can be a part of it. But this is very, like, it feels like a very, there's a problem here and we fix it kind of thing, but on a very, like, base level. So, you know, this talks about starting to heal those parts of you that have been, like, kicked down for so long, or you know, whatever shifts you're going through right now. You know, in one of the readings, I think I said it's like a whole world blossoming within you. That's what this is. And when that happens, the world around you will react to it. And that's how it kind of all comes together. So, you know, and the way I read, the sun in the position of the outcome is the best outcome you can get. That's how I view it. This is a solid spread. It was advice. There is no advice here except for to keep going and healing and moving. So I'm going to go to the Patreon for an extended reading. I'm going to pull a holder spread. I hope that you guys will join me over there. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking and supporting me and the channel and everything else. I'm not doing personal readings, at least not for right now. So, you know, the best way to get more content and support me and all that stuff is Patreon, because, you know, outside of pop-up openings, I'm not going to do it much, I don't think. Which is for a lot of different reasons, which I can get into at another time, probably on Patreon. Anyway, thank you all again so much, and I'll see you over there.